Dear child, God is working right now, not later, not someday far away. Right now, even if nothing looks different on the surface, things are moving underneath. Hearts are shifting, paths are adjusting, and timing is being aligned. This is not imagination, and it is not false hope. It is a season where what was quietly prepared begins to come into form. This is not only about love or romance. It is about purpose and partnership. Some journeys feel heavy because they were never meant to be walked alone. You have carried responsibilities, emotions, and lessons that shaped you, strengthened you, and matured you. That weight was never meant to crush you. It was meant to prepare you for a shared path. God knew that what you are called to build requires support, understanding, and unity. That is why help was always part of the plan, even if it took time to arrive. Nothing about this is random. God does not move carelessly. Every delay had a reason. Every season of waiting had a purpose. While you were growing, healing, and learning discernment, the other person was also being prepared. This connection is not based on appearances, status, convenience, or pressure. It is rooted in alignment, peace, and shared direction. That is why it feels different from past experiences. It carries depth instead of intensity, calm instead of anxiety, clarity instead of confusion. You may have felt a quiet pull recently, a sense of expectancy, a subtle urgency that doesn't come from fear, but from knowing. Sometimes the spirit recognizes movement before the mind understands it. That doesn't mean everything will happen instantly, but it does mean the season has shifted. When God begins to unite what belongs together, He works beyond what the eyes can see. Conversations happen in unseen places. Decisions form in quiet moments. Steps begin to move without being announced. If you don't see the full picture yet, do not panic. God is not limited by distance, timing, or circumstances. He can guide two people toward the same place without either of them forcing it. When the moment comes, it will not feel chaotic. It will feel natural. It will feel familiar. There will be peace instead of pressure. You will not need to chase or convince. You will not need to shrink yourself or over-explain who you are. This season is about alignment, not effort. What is meant for you will recognize you. What is sent by God will come with respect. You will be seen clearly. You will be valued fully. You will not have to beg to be chosen. Love that comes from God does not require performance. It rests in truth. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. Sometimes God hides something precious, not to withhold it, but to protect it. Being hidden does not mean abandoned. It means preserved. Every time you were spared from the wrong connection, the wrong timing, or the wrong attachment, it was part of divine care. God was guarding your heart for something healthier, steadier, and more aligned. This is also a season of healing. Old patterns are ending. Cycles that ran through families and relationships are being broken. You have carried emotional weight that did not begin with you, and God intends for it to end with you. A healthy union can change a lineage. Love done with intention can heal wounds that words never touched. The person meant to walk with you is not coming to complete you. You are already whole. They are coming to walk beside you, to support what God is doing in you, and to build something together that neither of you were meant to build alone. Two people moving in the same direction, with shared values and mutual respect creates strength, not dependence. If you have been disappointed before, this message is not asking you to ignore wisdom. It is reminding you that discernment and faith can exist together. What is coming will not feel like confusion disguised as excitement. It will feel like peace settling into place. It will feel safe. It will feel grounded. It will feel clear. You may notice emotional sensitivity lately, moments of release, sudden calm, unexpected tears, or peace. Sometimes this is part of transition. God clears old attachments, dissolves fear, and makes room for what is new. What is being removed is not punishment. It is preparation. So breathe. Let your nervous system rest. You do not need to rush or force anything. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Trust the peace. What felt delayed was not wasted. It refined you. It positioned you. It strengthened your ability to receive what is healthy. God is not late. You are not behind. Everything is unfolding when it should. What belongs together is being guided together, and what is meant for you will arrive with clarity, honor, and peace. They will nurture this love slowly and with care. They will protect it, not out of fear, but out of understanding, because in God's design, you were being prepared for them long before you ever met, and they were being shaped for you through experiences they didn't always understand at the time. Nothing about this was accidental. The waiting, the lessons, the quiet seasons, even the moments that felt like loss were all part of a process that was refining both of you. That's why this connection carries weight. It doesn't feel casual or temporary. It feels intentional, like something heaven has had its hand on from the very beginning. When God brings two people together in His timing, it isn't just about emotion. It's about alignment. It's about favor. It's about bringing together two hearts that have been prepared to handle one another with maturity and care. That's why this love feels different. It's steady, not chaotic. It feels rooted, not rushed. It carries peace instead of confusion. And because of that, don't be surprised if you begin to see changes in them that feel sudden, but are actually long overdue. You may notice them becoming more open, more honest, more intentional. Where there was hesitation before, there may now be courage. Where there was silence, there may now be communication. Where there was delay, there may now be movement. It can feel surprising from the outside, but on the inside, this shift has been building for a long time. They have been wrestling with truth, confronting fear, and slowly coming to a place where running no longer feels possible. At some point, avoiding what is real becomes more painful than facing it, and that is often where clarity finally wins. You, on the other hand, have already walked through that refining fire. You know what it is to wait without guarantees. You know what it is to hope without reassurance. You've endured seasons where it felt like everyone else was moving forward while you remained stuck in place, asking God quiet questions you didn't always receive answers to right away. But those seasons were not empty. They were shaping your discernment, strengthening your spirit, and teaching you how to recognize peace when it arrives. There were moments when you felt exhausted by believing, moments when you wondered if staying soft was costing you too much, moments when settling felt tempting simply because you were tired of waiting. Yet, something inside you kept saying no, not out of pride, but out of a deep knowing that what God had for you required patience. That quiet resistance mattered. It protected you from attaching your heart to something that would have delayed or damaged you. And now, that patience is beginning to make sense. The person meant for you is feeling it too, even if they can't fully explain it yet. They may be thinking more deeply than ever before, questioning old habits, reevaluating what they truly want, praying differently, not out of routine, but out of urgency and sincerity. There is an inner pull they cannot ignore, a gentle but persistent reminder that something important is waiting for them. It's not pressure, it's recognition. Their spirit is responding to alignment. What's important for you to remember is that you do not have to chase this. You don't need to force conversations or try to manage outcomes. What God is doing doesn't require anxiety to sustain it. Love that is meant to last unfolds naturally, without manipulation. When something is truly aligned, effort doesn't feel heavy, and communication doesn't feel forced. It feels honest. It feels mutual. It feels safe. This isn't a connection built on excitement alone. It's built on truth, trust, and emotional safety. It's not driven by fear of being alone or the need for validation. It's driven by purpose and clarity. This is the kind of love that allows both people to breathe, to grow, and to show up fully without losing themselves. It's steady, not dramatic, deep, not chaotic. This person is not coming into your life to drain you, confuse you, or keep you guessing. They are coming to speak life into you, to stand with you, and to walk alongside you in a way that feels supportive instead of stressful. They may not be perfect, but they are willing to communicate, willing to grow, willing to take responsibility for their role in the connection. That willingness is what makes all the difference. You are not ordinary, and you never have been. The depth you carry, the sensitivity you protect, and the strength you've developed through hardship are not common traits. They required refinement. That's why the process was painful at times. God wasn't punishing you through delay. He was preparing you to handle something meaningful. He was teaching you to recognize what is real and to no longer tolerate what only looks good on the surface. Now, clarity begins to replace confusion, not all at once, but gradually. The fog lifts little by little. You start to understand why certain doors closed, why certain connections fell apart, why certain prayers weren't answered the way you hoped at the time. It wasn't rejection. It was redirection. It was protection. It was preparation. This season is not only about love. It's about understanding, about finally seeing the pattern in your story and realizing it was leading somewhere specific. You didn't walk through pain for nothing. You didn't wait in silence for no reason. Those experiences built depth, compassion, discernment, and resilience. And those qualities are exactly what allow you to receive something real now without fear. You sowed through tears, through private battles, through moments where no one clapped for your endurance, and those seeds were not wasted. What comes next carries restoration, healing, and joy. The person stepping toward you is not coming to hide you or minimize you. They are coming with clarity. They are coming with intention. They are coming because they see your value clearly and are ready to honor it. When they finally speak, it may feel familiar, like words you once whispered in prayer. That's because their heart has been on a similar journey. They didn't just want love. They wanted purpose. They didn't just want connection. They wanted an alignment. And that kind of desire changes how someone shows up. Timing matters. And now the timing is right. Not rushed, not forced, mature, ready. The pieces that once felt scattered begin to fit together in a way that finally makes sense. What once felt broken becomes part of a bigger picture. They will not mishandle your heart. They will protect your peace. They will recognize the journey you've walked and respect it. God never forgot you. He was clearing away what couldn't go where you're headed. He was strengthening your discernment so you would no longer confuse intensity with intimacy. He was guarding your heart from attachments that would have cost you more than they gave. Some love is too sacred to release early, and this love needed time to grow strong enough to last. When God opens a door, fear cannot close it. Doubt cannot cancel it. Past disappointment cannot undo it. What He has decided in heaven cannot be reversed on earth. And as this door opens, you may notice subtle signs, repeated thoughts, gentle nudges to pray, unexpected moments of clarity. These aren't meant to overwhelm you. They are reminders that alignment is happening. They are letting go of pride, releasing fear, learning to listen to truth instead of noise. And that truth is guiding them toward you, not because they feel pressured, but because they feel called. They want this. They are ready for this. And readiness changes everything. You are stepping out of a season of waiting and into a season of receiving. The lonely moments didn't weaken you. They strengthened you. This connection is part of restoration, part of what God promised to rebuild and renew in your life. Two lives moving forward together. Two paths aligning into one direction. Two hearts ready to build something steady and meaningful. This is not ordinary love. It is sacred. God saw this moment before you ever questioned it. He saw your tears before they fell. He heard their prayers before they spoke them. He knows how to bring hearts together in a way humans could never plan. Everything you went through mattered. Every tear counted. Every night you wondered if it would ever be your turn was seen. This is your turn, not because you were perfect, but because you stayed faithful through uncertainty. And when the right person arrives in the right way, your soul will know, not through chaos or confusion, but through peace. You will feel calm instead of anxious, grounded instead of unsure, seen instead of overlooked. You will recognize that this is what waiting was for, that this is why nothing else could work, that this is why you had to grow, heal, and learn to trust yourself again. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not alone. You are exactly on time for what God is unfolding now. And when it fully comes together, your heart will understand that the wait was not wasted. The pain was not pointless. And this love was worth every step it took to reach you.